Thank you very much for being here. It's late, but I will try to engage you as much as I can. Uh, yeah, I will. It's a really opportunity to be here for the third time. Uh, my, for those who don't know me yet, my name is Dariusz Furman. I have 12 years of experience in. Sorry, guys, I was running here. And I have 12 years of experience in industry, mostly of free-to-play games, games as a service model. Currently, I'm a founder of Fund Venture Game Studio company. I've been running this company for 6.5 years already. We had two successful titles. It was Miners Almighty, which founded the company, and currently we live operate Miner Settlement, which is our currently main product. It has long life ahead, and still we are A/B testing it, further developing it with every month. And also I was a speaker on many conferences right now. I've been in Berlin, Game Camp, Game Industry Conference, Game Access in Brno, and I'm publishing sometimes also on my own blog. If you want to read I post there really not so often, but the posts are well prepared, and I think you will be able to see that. And I specialize mostly in. I'm coming from programming because I was a programmer for my whole life. But I also, as I was developing the games alone, I had to adjust, and I have built a expertise mostly in monetization design, which I was focusing the most. Currently, I'm also trying to learn more from the business and business side of the running the companies. But today, what I want to cover mostly is a shift in which we are currently see, and I will try to showcase you this based on history of the game industry. It's also opportunity for me to show that we finally was able to release our upcoming title. We release it to Philippines, and currently we receive huge, really nice feedback from them. It's also available to be wishlisted on Steam, because we will try to be as horizontal as possible and running this game on all the platforms it's possible right now. So last year ago, when I've been doing this speech on Digital Dragons and later on games industry, I was showcasing few things that I wanted to make a prediction for our industry, and most of them came true. For example, I've told like 1.5 years ago about AFK Journey that being developed, and I predicted that this will be a top 10 grossing game between first 3 months of after release. They released this a month ago globally, and after 2 weeks they were seven top grossing game on globally, you know. So it's a really nice and cool game to look for the new trends. Toit today was also talking about this, because they are doing many like tests that we are not able to do with our scale and with our, just results. We have to fight for a living, but they have a lot of money, so they can test new things and we can learn from them. So we have to look closely. Hybrid casual will be a new trend. I was, everyone was doing right now hybrid casuals, because it's a natural transition from the hyper casuals. And when hyper casuals went, Apple blow away the whole industry of hyper casuals, the people who was doing that had to do something with them. So the closest expertise is to transition into something they knew. So they knew how to create like engaging gameplays that is selling well on the UA side, and they had to adjust to new requirements of the market to, you know, monetize the games much better and to engage players for the longer period of time. Webshops expansions. When I was talking about webshops, we had only one company who did release webshop in Poland. It was 10 Square Games. And after a week, we released our own webshops. We don't know what is the impact on the revenue of the webshops because they are not, you know, broadly reported. But we can have a few companies that did really well webshops implementations, and they claim to have at least 30-20% revenue coming from the webshops. We also have our own webshop for miner settlement. And I must say it works pretty well because we are able to generate a lot of revenue from the high value bundles that are only available for the webshops. And but the reason why it's so good is that because we can drive a higher value of the packages for the players because we have lower margins from the stores. So that's the biggest value for the players. And also, the problem is only with the distribution, how to move the players to spend on your web shops, because it's untrusted, you know, from the players industry. So you have to somehow tell them that it's safe to use and give more value to them, you know. PC and console expansion. It's much slower process than I thought, but it's happening all the time. We see many games free-to-play coming to the PC. I know there are many yet to come in 2025, 2026. It's a slow process because those mostly are bigger companies and mid-core companies like 4X's, RPGs, etc. But AFK Journey released both on PC and mobile already, you know. And the game is also prepared, like really prepared for consoles. So I think in 1 year they will expand to consoles as well. More IP-based games. Still, it's a process, but we already see this happening all the time. And I will come back to this point in the next year, but we already see many IP games like Monopoly being successful, Diablo Immortal, Warcraft Rumble, and many more coming soon. Even Polish companies are currently working on IP-based, huge IPs, but I can't tell. And what is the market state currently? Because it's not so good right now, as we may know. There was much more layoffs and closures this year than in the whole last year of 2023. And it will be, unfortunately, it will be still happening. And that's due to many reasons. That's because we are in a shift and technology is expanding. We see, of course, emerging markets coming, but they are not so where they are not so profitable yet. But we will see. We see that bigger companies like AAA companies, like for example streaming companies, are looking at emerging markets as a possibility because new technology is, for example, cloud gaming, which is not so popular in Poland here because we have consoles, etc. But in third-party companies, countries, we don't have too many consoles, but they do have mobiles. So cloud gaming can be really good for them to access AAA titles. And sorry. And what we are seeing is now that while layoffs mostly are happening, it's because it's correlated to many things, but we've seen a huge growth during COVID and 2021. And companies during this growth were hiring so quickly because industry leaders thought this trend will stay along, but it didn't happen. We saw the drastic drop when the people come back to normal life, normal jobs, etc. And you can look at Mariusz Gąsiewski data mostly. He's showcasing this really strong on his presentation and on his data driven from Google, and you can clearly see the correlation with COVID and the biggest hiring. And yeah, about more closures I told already. And this is another thing that was happening. I've heard about this from economists for the long time. I really enjoyed the pass systems because for the players it's the best value, you know. So you pay once and you can play all the AAA games ever, you know. For example, Diablo is coming. Diablo 4, which costed like 350 zloty, like $70, you know, costed on the launch. It will be for free, but so many people's work. The product costed generation of this product costed so much that it won't be able to be covered if it would come to pass directly. And what is more, what we see is that because of that happening, AAAs and premium companies actually taking monetization strategies from mobile game industry, from the free-to-play. Like Diablo 4, even if it's premium value product, still selling Game Pass within every season, and still generates the revenue post-launch from the in-app purchases. Yeah, even if it will be in Game Pass, they will be still selling those packages to generate revenue post-launch for the long period of time and to develop this title further. And this is also happening with the Polish companies like Techland, for example. They did introduce in-app purchases in Dying Light because this also is a premium AAA title, but they also introduce in-game purchase currencies. And what is the problem with that? That is, we have so many games coming that the saturation of the market is pretty high, and the entrance level for the players is really low. So if you purchase for example, Xbox for like 1,000 zloty, you receive 3 months of playing for free, and you can check out all the AAA titles like Assassin's Creed, everything. So why would the player want to purchase anything more if he has already like dozens of AAA premium titles, you know? And they are treated as free games. Like a free-to-play right now, but even if it's a paid content for a subscription, people treat it like it's for free. The games are for free, and I personally know well-health people that are not purchasing games anymore because they are waiting for them to appear in passes. So the trend is cannibalizing AAA industry, and this is happening for the long period of time. And we see now the correlation with this shift right now that is happening. And this is to illustrate. This is a really old image, but I really enjoyed this watching this because it showcases that everything here already happened. Because we've been in arcades when the consoles came, and consoles cannibalized arcade markets. Later on PC, here you can see that here was the same was happening all in 86, around 86 I think. There was a crash of the arcade markets and console markets because PCs were coming in, and also third-party companies, the developers were releasing low value games in mass. So there was not enough publishers, high quality publishers, to release so many games that were coming to market. And now it's the same. Free to play overflooded the market. Like, for example, hyper casual, Apple, how hyper casuals actually came to happen, because mid-core games were so high in value currently that they were able to spend more and more and more on UA. And because of that, because of that competition that happened, the new market has been released. Like hyper casuals actually appeared, because hyper casuals, how they earn money? They didn't earn from in-app purchases. They were earning to advertise other games. So other games like like high value mid-core 4X's, like I don't know, Diablo, Immortal, every like higher value game was able to compete because they were purchasing players through the other games. And that's how the hyper casuals happened. And currently, hybrid casuals are still monetizing through video ads. It's like the biggest revenue coming from this. Maybe a bit 50-50 on the most successful titles, but it's mostly 30-40% of in-app driven in hybrid casuals currently. And what we see here is the rise of Facebook ads. 2014 was the really was a changing was a shift in Facebook advertising, and we started to market our games so strongly that it has so much impact on the growth. And currently, what we see now is it's the same happening on the market that was happening through all these years. So we are blending with consoles because the technology is given us such a possibilities to develop high quality titles on mobile. And here you can see in a graph what happened like in 84, 85, and you see the PC entering the market of video games and what is happening with console revenue. And currently we see this Steam expansion. So that's how many games are developed, are released every year on Steam. It didn't happen before. Currently, entering to Steam is really, really easy. It's still not as competitive as mobile market because in last year we had like 12,000 releases only on Steam, so it's nothing compared to a week of releases on mobile. In 1 week we release more games on mobile than in 1 year Steam. So that's why everyone is looking right now on a PC and console, because it's easier to enter and easier to gain organic growth. And what is more, Steam is more engaging player, driving more value users to the games. And I'm saying this on my experience from the game. And what is another reason what is happening is that we are not only competing with games anymore, we are competing also with social platforms. And the social platforms are taking so much time, and we are, for example, our game has engagement rate every day, average engagement every day, 1 hour and 10 minutes. And for normal, young player, it's nothing compared to the time that they are losing on social networks and social platforms. And what is more, I'm showcasing here Roblox because I treat them as a social platform, because the behavior of the young players is totally different than our behavior. We didn't play together. We've been playing RPGs, we've been playing racing cars, we've been playing on console, single player games. They play together on the platform, they do, and within the Roblox you have thousands of games, thousands of opportunities, and you have even concerts like this one. Oh, the doesn't work. Yeah. I cannot click this. I don't think it will work. It's an Eminem concert in Roblox. Okay, and it was accessible. It was accessible through telephones, smartphones, for the consoles, on the PC, on every platform. It was accessible, and you could watch the Eminem concert live everywhere on the world. That's the impact of this social platform, because you could enjoy this staying in home and watching this with your friend on Roblox, or this is actually from Fortnite, sorry. And this is a technology explosion. Currently, smartphones have like even 12 giga RAMs. So you are able to run so powerful games on this market. So there is natural expansion of AAA companies to smartphones, because there are so many smartphones over the world, not only PCs and consoles. In third-party world, like in India or South Africa, there are not so, those are not the markets for the console and PC naturally, but they have the phones. They receive the phones from previous generations, from us, and everyone can play free-to-play titles there, and you can earn on video ads from them, because most of these emerging markets is arising really quickly right now, and you have to understand that this trend will happen, and if you want to compete with such a titles, you have to be really, how to say that? You have to think of differentiations from them, because you cannot compete with such a budgets like a Blizzard or like AFK Journey. This company have more than 2,500 people working on their titles. We work on the RPG title in 11 person. So how we can compete with AFK Journey? It's impossible. We have to be different from them to gather some niche and to expand our broad audience and further. And we are not able to compete with their budgets. For example, if we would do similar graphics to them because we just like this style of graphics, they would just overspend over us for 1 month, 2 months, and we are run out of the budget for the UA campaign. That's how they can kill. They don't need to purchase the company. They just will overspend our UA. Without players, we cannot generate revenue. And yes. And another side of shift, artificial intelligence. And this is amazing opportunity to be here and looking at what is happening right now. In the year in the last year when we've been here, nobody talks so much about AI. Now everyone is talking about AI, and every pitch has AI in deck. From my life, I've been pitching lastly my company, and I've sent to investors, and they give me feedback that every pitch has AI. We have to also give AI to this. So we did. And accessibility to AI models and everything is right now so easy. You can just place Firebase, and Firebase have direct support of the AI models. You can just ask Gemini to do something for your players, or just you can put the chatbot or something like that. You can give some docs, and the players will have you will have a free support without requiring any new hirings, because your chat from Firebase will know everything about your games after 1 month of being released. And if you have chat, he can just encourage players to talk on the chat. You can notify the players on the chat, and it's so easy to implement. It's you just have to type Firebase, go to there, and there is Gemini, large banner Gemini implement into the game, and it's so easy to do that. But this also have the dark side on the things that I told before, because if you can just operate, for example, generate thousands of personal special offers in just a matter of time, why would you need a person who is optimizing the special offers for the countries? For example, one person, how many countries can optimize the one person to generate bigger revenue because of special offers? AI can do for every country because you just feed the data to the language model, and nobody cares what is happening. You have just to look how the models behave, and just relearn this language model every time, every month, for example. And also copywriting, ad creatives. We are using ad creatives. We are generating ad creatives like 5-10 ad creatives, video, fake influencers, lip sync, audio, voice, sounds, everything. We leverage this to generate more engaging content and just cheaper ad creatives. And privacy changes. Everything, as you can see, everything is happening within the last 2 years. So that's why my speech is named "The Shift in the Industry," because everything is happening at the same time. Like after COVID, everything has changed. The privacy, AI, everything. And what is happening with privacy actually? Privacy on Apple has changed everything. Hyper casual is totally dead because of privacy changes. And what is more, we earn less revenue from ads because they are less relevant to users, because users have to give consent. We have less accurate data on the UA side because we have to get consents from the other side as well. MMPs doesn't return us correct data. We have to, they are interpolating data, and we have to trust them how the attribution works. But from many talks I've been seeing, the attribution is not correct right now, and this has to adjust. And we are in the middle of adjustments, like currently they are changing last clicks attribution to incremental attributions. Bigger companies are generating data cleaning rooms, etc., etc. It has so much impact on mobile industry that it has changed totally even the design of the games, on which actually I will be talking right now. Oh, sorry. And what is happening right now as well, because of privacy changes, branding means more. So, for example, if you have Supercell, if they are releasing the game, everyone is waiting for that because they have a brand that they created for the 10 years. So every influencer, every player, every developer from our industry is waiting for them to check their new game. This is because of the brand they have created during that period, and we were only focusing on performance marketing. We didn't do brand at all. And now we have to adjust to that, and we have to create our brands from the scratch, while they do have brand for 10 years already. And importance of in-house analytics, and this is something actually that we are more aware than the AAA companies, because they didn't care about this. So we have advantage over AAA companies. Of course, not every AAA company, but most of them did care about only the sale, and post-sale didn't happen at all. So if they sold the game, it was over. Currently, when we are releasing the game, we are analyzing every step of the funnel. We are analyzing everything that players happening. We are sending terabytes of data every day to analyze the player behavior, and we have really high advantage of that. And we are expanding when we are expanding to the PC and consoles. We all have this data to engage the players really strongly, and we have to adjust this. And importance of in-house analytics, not third-party analytics, is more important, because your company cannot share all the data if the player doesn't give a consent to other companies. So if you want to build your own competence, you have to gather all the data from the players, because you can, and you can't share this data if the player doesn't give you the consent. That's why the third-party companies doing interpolations, extrapolations, etc., etc. But we have direct data, and we can do whatever we can with this data. And now, more than ever, horizontal growth will matter, because if the user acquisition is much tougher nowadays, you have to adjust to the market and take all the possibilities that you can. So we just released minor settlement on Steam just to test the platform, and there is a lot of organic for free. And we will expand further with the new titles on Steam, on Epic, on Microsoft Store, on Huawei Store, on App Store Gallery, etc., etc. There is so many platforms to distribute on the market. Your game has to be perfectly prepared for every. And here is how premium adapts in this war, and how the games are games as a service from which are coming mostly from a mobile industry are adapting to the new world. So we can see that mobiles are going for PC market, like Call of Dragons, Rise of the Kingdom, AFK Journey, and many more companies will launch their titles on PC, like Snap, for example. Everyone knows Snap, but it was released on mobile, and now they are preparing beta version. They released beta version on PC, and this trend is coming. As well like Gwent from Witcher. They were about to launch the game on mobile, but this didn't work well. And brand building, as I told before. Premium, monetization adaptation, like Diablo 4 did post-launch. Mobile expansions, Diablo Immortal, AFK Journey, many companies. And this is to illustrate what I've been saying before, that brand is more important. Because we have two successful titles here, Game of War and Clash of Clans. But Game of War generated $1 billion revenue during 2 years, and now they are in the last 30 days they are just generating half a million. But Clash of Clans, after 30 years, still generating 20 millions a month, and they will generate for a long life ahead. They are still developing the game, they are still launching new events, they are still changing it, and they have 2 millions of downloads a month still in this game. And what is more, they are using as well the same brand, because this is the same brand. If anyone see yellow hat Barbarian, everyone knows it's Clash. And currently they do Clash Royale and Squad Busters, which just released, and they are already successful. And transmedia. This is again shift in which happened like two years from now. Like Arcane, when they released the game, League of Legends was so popular, everyone was talking about. Now we are seeing like Cyberpunk Edge Runners were released on Netflix. Everyone was watching that, and the game peaked in installs again after the launch. And what we are seeing now is Fallout Shelter, which was the best suit because they have mobile versions of the game and PC games, and they are all-time high right now because they released the TV series on Amazon. So this old game has been revived from the sand, and they are all-time high right now. And what is more, the Fallout Shelter also peaked in installs. So mobile version of the game and PC, Steam console, this resonates from all the media. So transmedia is something that AAAs are looking for, and I've seen the patent on the trademark registration on Diablo TV series in PC. So this is something that biggest are doing right now, and this trend will continue for the next years. And crossplay. That's how many platforms, many popular right now, are able to be played at the same time for the same game. For example, Genshin Impact is able to be played on almost on all platforms, and they are trying to get on Switch as well. So you will be able to play on this amazing game on every platform wherever you go. The same is with Roblox, and the same is with Fortnite. That's why they are so popular, because you can enjoy many worlds, this concerts, social elements everywhere on every platform where you go, and even in train, everywhere. But of course, it means higher quality requirements, because if you have so much competition to play on all the platforms, this must be something unique. You won't play, for example, Puzzle Quest on Switch because it's not prepared for that, or something like the Connect Dots, you know. So the quality requirements to enter all those markets at the same time to generate crossplay possibilities is much higher. And currently, what I've been talking about, I've been showcasing these slides actually, but it really resonates well with current UA marketing possibilities. So we have to adjust, and to adjust to new strategies of the UA, we have to change the design of the game actually to support new possibilities. For example, on Apple, you cannot track revenue for the 7 days or 14 days anymore. So you have to adjust and prepare the game in that way that your user acquisition campaigns will learn on the attribution that you can do. So we have only 24 hours to generate the most events we can to learn the machine learning models much quicker. And I will resonate with this. It's much easier to find 100 people who will spend $10 than one person who will spend $1,000. And we have to make use of our data, because the data, to generate data, it's cost a lot. To make, for example, successful campaigns, we have invested like $1 million already to know how our game resonates with the players, to learn how our players behave within the game. And that's what I told. ROAS is all that matters, but only if you have unlimited money, because I will illustrate this. We have two games. One have $4 CPI, and second game have $6 CPI. One game has 3% conversion rate during the 24 hours attribution. And second game have conversion rate of 8%. So to illustrate, to learn machine learning models really well, we have to generate at least 30 events a day. It's like magic number, but I believe it works because, for example, on Facebook, it's 30 events to learn the model. So if you need 30 events every day, you need to calculate how many installations you have to generate. In this game, which has lower CPI, $4, you have to get $2,800 every day of spend to generate 30 events because it has lower conversion during the first day. And in second game, which cost relatively higher, but you have so high conversion rate to the purchaser, you generate more events with a lower volume of the users. So you need only $7,500 to generate this amount of events. So if you have limited budget, you have to adjust to the new standards and to know how to develop the game for this industry. So in this, you have to at least spend $80,000 monthly, and in second game you have to spend 20. So it's much of the difference because it's only one campaign. And disclaimer: both campaigns may work, but you have to calculate the money. And this is unequal budget, as I told you. UA budget requirements, CPA. I'm sorry, I have low time because I was late. No user acquisition, so you don't have any organics left. Stores doesn't generate any organics movement right now, and with a promotional content is limited only to the biggest one. So you have to at least $1 million to access promotional content, which is a free placements for the biggest one because they generate the most revenue for the app stores. And product A/B testing. If you want to test, for example, purchases and revenues, you have to get so much volume to generate this reliability of the A/B test. Because if only 3% of your users are converting to the players, how many people you have to get to enter your test, and A/B test this relatively good. And just to make some next predictions for the next year retrospection, I will predict that brand marketing will get much higher value right now, and more companies will focus on the branding. MMP will get even lower importance nowadays because I think it will get lower importance, but the problem is that many DSPs are requiring them to cooperate with DSPs, but this will change. For example, TikTok has released just their own SDK. Many DSPs that I worked with, they are working on their SDKs directly, so you will be able to enter this. And UGC growth will happen, and hybrid casual will get overflooded because everyone is now doing hybrid casuals, and this will happen the same with what was happening with hyper casuals. So the competitions will be bigger, and increased interest in transmedia, and some smaller companies will try to create comics, release lore outside of the gaming industry to drive the players to their games. So that's everything, and thank you very much, and I hope you enjoyed this.